Hello viewers, welcome to another episode of the BPP. We have been talking about discipline, that is guidelines for successful discipline. In this episode, we are looking at the guideline of set limits, that is establish or identify the rules of acceptable behavior in advance. There is security within defined limits. I remember a story told by one of my friends many years ago. They usually travel to their village during one of the vacations in the year. And there's this bridge they have to cross to get into their village proper. And over the years, they have not had any problems just driving across and crossing this bridge. But this particular year, there was a lot of rain, and part of that area was disturbed by the flooding. So when they got to the bridge was intact, but the guardrails at the edge of the road were not there. And amazingly, even though they had crossed this bridge countless times in the past, because the guardrails were no longer there, they found themselves driving so carefully and slowly to cross the bridge to the other side. And, sharing it, that brought home this wisdom that there's actually security within defined limits. And for children, that's very important. Children thrive where there is known limits. So don't let us think that by having set rules or things you consider acceptable behavior, you are limiting the child. Actually, you are giving security to the child. One of the earliest researchers in this area of child behavior or children behavior was a researcher in one of these foreign countries who wanted to test to see whether children will enjoy their playground when they bring down the fence. So they brought down the fence, and the children, these nursery school children, were allowed to go to play in the playground. And amazingly, they found that they huddled to the center of the playground, and they did not dare to venture to the edges just because the fence that protected or that gave a form of security was no longer there. And these researchers, also underscore the fact that, limits, there is security within defined limits. So set limits in your home. Limits about good behavior. What is acceptable behavior and what is not acceptable behavior? For example, you may decide that eating in the sitting room is not allowed. All eating should be done on the dining table or in the dining area. So the children know that rule. Whatever rules we set, I want to encourage couples to be one together, in this. Even if your partner sets a rule that you don't agree with, for the sake of the children, try to enforce it. Then later, when both of you are together, away from their sight or from what they're hearing in your privacy, you can discuss it. But provide a united front in your discipline of the children. And so when this is done, when children know that it is not allowed to eat in the sitting room, or when you come back from school, you take off all your clothes and dump them in the dirty bowl or in the dirty basket, not all over the house or sitting room, then they know that when they come back from school, this is what they should do. And of course, when they violate it, either willfully or anyhow, they know that there will be a consequence to that. So children thrive in an atmosphere where there is rule, and we as parents should set limits. We should tell them what is acceptable behavior, what is not acceptable behavior, what you allow, what you permit, and then be consistent about it. For example, when you say that there should be no use of bad language in the house, or an older sibling should not hit or beat another one, and that is done, whether you are tired or whether you are yourself, feeling frustrated, you must rise up and enforce what is correct. Because if you don't do that, and then Sometimes they get away with bad behavior, or they get away with things that they do. And other times you now shout and you make a lot of noise about it. It confuses them, and they begin to feel that, okay, it is until mommy shouts or it's until mommy raises her voice that we are supposed to obey. As long as she's not shouting, that means we are permitted to. No, you have to be consistent. And when you set rules, you enforce it. You give warning, and once the warning is not taken, then you follow it up with the necessary discipline. So these are ways that we can help our children to learn discipline. Thank you for listening. Don't forget to share with others that will benefit from this, and do let us have your comments. God bless you. Bye.